Yo. Welcome back to the podcast, man. Welcome back to OffLimitsPodCast, man. Got an amazing guest here, man. And this was almost unexpected. This was definitely something that I was like, okay, wait, let me just interview my guy real quick, man. This dude is alleged. He's definitely a grinder, but someone that I immediately kind of like just grew respect for right off the rip. Like, dude he's a beast in what he does, but I'll let him introduce himself, go over all his, kind of background. But yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Man, I'm Zion Treadwell, or social media wise, Shot by Tread. I've been filming videos for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
And really just like trying to make my name known out there.
Man, for real. Yeah, that's amazing, man. Tell him how old you is, man.
Man, I'm 19. Man.
19, dude. 19. If that doesn't motivate y'all, then I don't know what will. But yeah, just kind of give them your background, man. What got you into it? What got you started?
Growing up, I grew up pretty middle class,
Yeah.
a little higher than middle class a little bit. So, I never really worried about like not eating or having that personal struggle. So, really just being young and just being able to have the opportunity to really do what I wanted to do.
Right.
Like, I didn't have to worry about paying this or that at an early age, And so with video, just kind of stuck a little bit, and I saw myself just doing it for years to come, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Like, and when we, as like a 27-year-old, and we're talking about a different group and a different age bracket, like my motivation growing up and who motivated me, I'm looking at, athletes or, everything like that too as well. I'm looking at a lot of high class people too as well. But for you, who was your kind of inspiration to get you going on, the videography type path?
Honestly, I would say it wasn't like anyone nationally known, it was more the local people I knew.
Yeah.
People who were older than me, who were like, shout out to my guy Justin. He kind of taught me the ropes a lot. I was like 14-year-old kid. He was like 21. He still learning himself, And then 15, 16, met up with some older guys who like in their 40s, and Chess and Nomi, like they really showed me, like they put me on my first movie. Actually, it really just showed lots of.
That's crazy.
So I think like having people like that locally who could just show me like how to, work the game and operate was really my inspiration. Like, okay, that's what they're doing. So
that's good. Yeah. That's crazy, man. Like it just really goes to show that at any age group, if you really put your mind to it and really focus on things, you can get so much done. And like, kind of just briefly tell me, like, how was the process? Because obviously people nowadays, and not stereotyping or anything, but kids in that kind of age group of your realm, they want to get rich quick. Yeah. They want to make money quick, and tomorrow I'm about to post this video and I'm gonna blow up. Yeah. How kind of just walk me through your phase and what was the struggle? Because I know it wasn't easy.
Yeah, no, it wasn't easy at all. I would say that like when you first start, I tell anybody, like when you first start, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Like, your videos are gonna be terrible. For one, you're still learning. It's like a new skill, like if you're a chef, you're not about to just be cooking 5-star meals on your first time. It's gonna be bad. You gotta fix some things. So the process for me, it really was like I knew it was gonna be bad.
Yeah.
I knew I was gonna get better. But to me, it wasn't about the money, because my first probably 25 shoots were for free, or for gas money. Like I'm doing it for the love, but I just wanted to get better. So I think just having like those clients who were willing to understand, like I'm new to this. I had no problem saying, hey, I'm new to this. Like and
that mindset is crazy, man. Just because like coming from a different type of realm to where I grew up in not the middle class, but I grew up in the real poverty. Mm-hmm. And shout out to my boy, I shouldn't say boy, but my man's Eric Thomas. He's kind of like that motivational speaker that everybody kind of found, but he talks about a poverty mindset. Yeah. But I grew up in that actual poverty to where I didn't have a 2-parent household until I was damn near touching middle school. Yeah. Even a little bit after that. Mm-hmm. My biological dad's been in prison ever since I was I would say 8 turning 9.
Yeah.
And I got I say the word like really strongly, but I got adopted from my aunt and uncle, which I call my mom and dad today. And my biological mom, she's still around, but I grew up in that environment to where I had different obstacles too. So like, what was the type of obstacles that you felt that was almost like, dang, can I get past it, or how am I gonna, fight this?
Yeah, I would say my obstacles, like were different than obviously what you've been through.
Yeah.
So like I said, I never really worried about my next meal or things like
Right.
that per se, but I think it was just regular kid obstacles, like for example, school.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't finishing college.
Right.
My mom knew I wasn't finishing college, but she wanted me to. So
Yeah.
I think really just breaking that to her, like, and not just that, but also because I am middle class or came from this background,
Yeah.
I never wanted that to be, never want to fall into that stereotype of like, oh, he's privileged, he's gonna
Right.
just take what's given to him. Like, no,
Yeah.
like, I went out there, I got it on my own.
Yeah.
Like, so I think really that was the big obstacle, just like, not knowing what's outside this world and being ready to tackle it.
That's amazing. That's amazing, bro. Because like now it's like people tend to look at having a 2-parent household as a bad thing. Like I had posted this on my Instagram not too long ago, and this generation make it look so bad to work a 9 to 5. Don't get me wrong. The whole idea of being and creating this saying of what we call generational wealth, that's amazing for sure. But not everybody have the same path. And I think everybody made this this look of working a 9 to 5 so bad. Like even, kind of what we're doing now as a podcast, and I'm 27, I was still fighting different things to where I'm like, okay, I don't want to work a job, going from job to job. Like, bro, this ain't for me. Like my boss over here telling me what to do, I'm chilling, to where I'm still working a 9 to 5 now, but it's a different set of a 9 to 5, if that makes sense. Right. So I'm working a 9 to 5 that definitely pays me very well to where I can create this podcast type environment and then fully be set free from that type of corporate America, Yeah. So like you growing up with in that household, bro, it's like, what? Like, I would die for that, like I would definitely die for that too as well. Like, but yeah, kind of tell me like how it was with your friends, because you had to, like, your lifestyle is crazy, and this is something that I want him to kind of talk about too as well. But his lifestyle is kind of where mine is at now. Like he has a so mature mindset to where it's different. Like I'm being bluntly honest, and I don't care who get mad. But as a 19-year-old, and I mean this the most, like this ain't nobody probably touching them, and I'm not, meat riding or none of that. But like as a 19-year-old, this dude is crazy accomplishing. Like tell us a little bit about like your friend group and how that transitioned to your relationships, and kind of just go about that route.
Yeah, I'll start from high school really on. Like growing up, I never really was that social of a person. Let's just start off like that. I was always to myself. Like I was always dedicated. Before cameras, I was working on computers, iPhones, everything. So like I always had that creative mindset. So to me, it was like I ain't really got time to go outside. I'm gonna go focus on what I want to focus on. So it translating that to now, I really don't have many friends.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. My people who I hang out with, they carry cameras.
Yeah.
Like, so I got a homie.
They don't carry guns, they carry cameras.
So I got a homie, he hang out with him a lot of the time, but a lot of times we're just shooting together.
Yeah.
And I tell people I'm a terrible friend.
Yeah.
And I admit that. I will not call or text you for like 2 or 3 weeks. Because
I love it.
I'm talking to clients, but I'm the type of friend though, if you do call me and you really need something, I'm gonna pull through.
Right.
But, just to be hanging out, playing 2K with you and doing this, I'm not used to that. I never had that.
Yeah, I like that because it's like you're not saying that it's a bad thing to do that. It's just not part of my realm.
Yeah, it's not part
of
my realm.
You feel me? Like it's different levels. Like I'm in here focusing, I'm editing, I'm doing what I do. You can play 2K.
Yeah, you can.
But hey, I'm different.
Yeah, I'm over here.
Like, bro, it's crazy.
Like, I just played 2K for the first time like 2 weeks ago. My homie. Like Because when I get too locked into the zone, like I do have like that one close friend who pull me out, but hey, bro, like, let's go be normal real quick, like. So then I do appreciate that stuff, but yeah, for the most part, bro, I'd be locked in. And,
And I think what also helps it better too, right? And kind of correct me if I'm wrong, but you have that friend group or that friend or multiple, I should say, to where they know your situation as in what you're doing and what you're focusing on, and they're respecting your boundaries to understand that, hey, I'm not doing this on purpose, but just understand that I'm not where I want to be and let me just focus.
And that's the part where I'm not where I want to be. Like I do appreciate every accolade I've accumulated over the years and stuff like that. But again, this job will come with no retirement plan, no 401k, no Roth IRA. Like, so to me, I'm like looking longevity wise, 30, 40 years from now, I need to set stuff up now to where I'm good.
I think now is the perfect time too, man, that everybody kind of get involved into like this entrepreneur mindset. I'm telling you, if I had the knowledge and everything that I kind of know now, back then, oh, bro, I could have been damn near a millionaire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, school didn't teach me not one thing. No, I can't say that. I lie. School taught me like the basics, but I had when I was going in my law enforcement route, I had an captain and the chief of my town, Waterloo Police Department. He told me this. He quoted something and it stuck with me to this day. He said, if I had 2 applicants to apply to be a police officer, one had a college degree, the other one didn't, but the other one had street smarts, I'm going to hire the street smarts dude over anybody. He was like, I can teach you everything in a book, but you can't teach street smarts.
And that's the thing, bro.
And I'm like, what you mean by that? Like, as a youngin', I'm like, the fuck you mean? Like, this dude got a degree, but you gonna pick me? Bet, say less. But he also kept it real and was like, it's gonna do more hurt to you to have you hired in your own city than good. And I'm like, you right, bro. I'm talking about like when I was going to be, I told everybody that I wanted to be a cop, bro. I got hated at. I'm telling you, I got hate every day to where everybody was like, F you, I'm not, I'm not your friend no more. So like, let's talk about the aspect of you having this entrepreneur and what keeps you motivated to keep going.
I got this saying I go by, it's not nothing new, but it's discipline is greater than motivation.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the time, like right now, I'll be honest with you, a lot of these shoots I be at, I am not motivated to be there. I'll be honest. I'm not motivated to wake up and edit, but I'm disciplined to know what I gotta do and really like just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's good, man. Like, that's definitely good. I guess like what is your and you don't have to, obviously mention your whole game plan, but what is your next steps? Like, where do you go from here? Because you're a youngin' doing a lot. Like, what's next? Like,
so now it's when it comes to like financials and like stuff like that, I'm always looking to make it stretch, So I want to open up a studio. That's part of like the thing. I want to like have podcasts, video production available, photography available. So I think like opening up like a business and really running that part of my life would be the next step. In terms of videos, I'm always looking to get like another movie set, short films, commercials, like
everything. Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
That's amazing, dog, for real. And like, I know we have briefly touched on it before, but like LA, right? You go to LA, everybody and a mama do photography and videography out there. So it's like, how do you stand out from that group? In my opinion, looking from the outside in, it's the actual person, not their actual content that they're putting out. Because like, you can edit very well, but your personality trash. I'm gonna go with the other. I'm gonna sacrifice something. Like, so like, kind of talk about that type of environment, because you're going up against a lot of people that's definitely may have it in a longer duration than you, or might be older or whatever. But how are you not letting that stop you? Because like, at the end of the day, I have this mindset too as well. Like, you can do the same thing as me. We have the same 24 hours in a day, but you'll never outwork me, So like, talk about that type of, energy.
So like, I've been to LA, Atlanta, New York, all the hubs of videographers, you turn the corners, the videographer everywhere.
Yeah.
And the way I stand out, I feel like is one, I'm personable.
Yeah.
Like, and I think also being a videographer, you have to learn how to be exclusive.
Yeah.
You can't just work with everybody's person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to me, I need to fill out you as much as you need to fill out me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just very like strict of who I work with.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think just I don't see anybody as competition.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody who has done something that I can't do.
Right.
And that's not being cocky. It's just more of a sense of like, I'm on my own path.
Right.
I'm not worried about you and your path.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you shot for this person.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
I don't care.
Yeah.
And I think just when it comes to getting booked for a lot of things and why I'm chosen over the average videographer, it just goes back to what you said. It's just personality.
Yeah.
I'm real with people.
Yeah.
I'm not starstruck. Like,
right.
somebody could walk in the room right now. I'm gonna be like, whatever.
Yeah.
And they come to me.
Yeah, you a good one, because I'm telling you right now, let Holly Berry walk in and be like, hey you want to shoot? Be like, say less, I got you. I'm starstruck like a mud. Like, but like, kind of, just going off of that, man, it's like you're really, really focused at as a young adult to where I'm 27. And that's another thing, bro. People are, and I'm going to say this bluntly honest, and it comes from mostly in the African American culture, bro. Hate to give props. Like, they hate to really show that gratitude or that, oh, thank you for doing this, without expecting something to come from the back end. You feel me?
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that it's particularly within our culture, but you see it more in our culture to where Black people don't want to support Black people.
Exactly.
Now you got people like, shout out, and this ain't no free promo either, but like you got people like Keith Lee that's doing it straight out of love.
Exactly.
But now they expecting something from the back end. But now y'all generating a new small business. But like you got other, situations to where, let's say your best friends see you put it on and they're an artist. They be like, bro, shoot this for me. But you gonna do it for free? What? Yeah. Bro, no, I'm charging you just like everybody else. Like, why is it? I don't know, bro. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
like,
I got a friend like that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say no names. No, like, they paid their photographer.
Yeah.
For their event, paid the photographer $7,500. Right. Then I'm supposed to be the videographer.
Yeah.
Hey, is it cool if I get you in 3 weeks? It's like $400. Cool. So you can pay the professional. Right?
Yeah.
Quote unquote professional, all this money, then you come to your friend, quote unquote, like.
But you trying to pay me less, like I'm some type of goofy. Like, come on now.
And mind you, if we're cool, I'm not even stressing over the price. It's about principle, if anything.
Yeah. And that's kind of how I am, because I'm like, in order in life, right, to make something, you got to invest. Everything in life is an investment. I look at it like you got to invest in something. And for y'all to be cool and boys and everything, you go pay some rando a couple racks, but you paying me a couple hundred. Yeah. Oh yeah, I would have been livid. I would have been like, yeah, you ain't somebody but you ain't tripping about it, because that mindset is like so different. And then it's like, okay, cool. Like on the back end, I get the whole thought process, but I really don't respect it. You know?
I don't respect it. It's like, if you told me that was your budget, I could have did everything for way less price and got you, a couple other of my friends could put them on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, really, you paid them $75 just for photos. I would have did photo and video for $5,000.
Yeah,
you've been straight.
Would have been cozy. Like, that's a thing, bro. Like, and I have friend groups. I shouldn't say friend groups, but I'm a speak on it. Like, I have friends that would kind of do the same exact thing, but in my friend group, like, I guess I should say my small city, like, everybody is either out to get you or fight against you, but they're still making this image look like, okay, we're best friends or we're cool. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that stuff for me, like, I promise you, and you can even ask, my wife, but like, dude, I'm so heartless when it comes to that type of stuff. Like, I'll be quick to cut you off. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be strictly honest. I got an ex-homeboy right now to where I'm like, bro, why are you trying to, like, every conversation that we have, it's always, what are you doing? Like, what's your next step? Like, kind of, it felt like I'm being interrogated. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like, but why are you trying to copy off my next move? Go get your own business, you know. And back home in like Waterloo, Iowa, in general, there's nothing there. Like literally, like either you're working for a sporting store, which is Dick's or Shields, or you working for Tyson, Deers. Or something that's not going to get you too far. I mean, unless you got to work that 10, 15 years to really see something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, y'all, I'm looking back at like my friend groups now, and I'm like, y'all really not doing anything special. No. And I do want to give a special shout out to one of my high school best friends, man. His name is Solomon. This dude was an entrepreneur since sophomore year. Okay. He created his own brand. He went to go create like new. He was a spokesperson for, you know, the younger youth that went to go talk to kids. His name is Solomon, man. That dude, he grinded like nobody else. On top of that, this dude was a star athlete, a student athlete. When I say student, dude had all his grades, was crossing mugs up on the court, still going outside creating his own brand. And I'm gonna be honest, there's not too many people that's in my group, my age group, my bracket, to where I can sit here and say they're actually doing something, you know, kind of successful in their life. And it's not saying that as in successful in my eyes, but overall, to where you doing something to where you can benefit somebody else. It's you're doing something to only benefit you and F everybody else. There's not a lot of people that grew up in my city that can actually, or that is actually doing that right now. And it's like, I'm gonna be honest too, some of my closest friends are obviously gangbangers, but they're probably the most athletic motherfuckers I ever been around. Like, it's like if they just had that opportunity, they had that one push to where they could be presented with that opportunity to play at another camp than, you know, what they were used to. Bro, it was so bad our coaches would hold other students, you know, from going to certain camps. Like, I'm trying to be great. You ain't letting me go to a camp, bro. I'm telling you, it get deep, dog. It get deep. My city was grimy. Like, I'm telling you. And like, how was it? Because obviously we're in Vegas. How do you feel like Vegas is a good opportunity for you to take off? Because Vegas is not like LA by any chance, but you do have a lot of opportunity. And Vegas is still growing. Most people don't know that. Vegas is still a growing population city to where, it has all these, you know, activities that people come in all over the world. We just had the Super Bowl here. You concerts every damn weekend. But how does that put you in a situation with videography? Like, how is that really?
I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a Vegas local. I got a love-hate relationship with Vegas. People think it's the hub of everything. And actually, I would say it's not. If that makes sense. The amount of opportunities out here. Yes, we have sports. We have conventions. We have the Cirque du Soleil, all the entertainment stuff like that. But like, those are unions for the most part. So somebody like me trying to get into unions, not what I want to do. You know, are they calling a person like me, or are they gonna call the union workers? They're gonna call the union workers. Right. Opposed to cities like sense. LA, New York, Atlanta, where it's still growing. It's just overly saturated. But if you have your path in those cities, I feel like there's more room for opportunity. Like, think about how many artists are, like, music wise, are in LA and Atlanta, and Vegas, who are actually good. That is actually a good point. You got a good point, because I can name like 10 Atlanta artists right now, and they all had to make it out, right? Now, I don't know what goes on behind the industry. That ain't, you know, hey, you on your own with that one. But, you know, LA, there is a lot of photographers and videographers to where I can name a couple. And actually, one of my boys, he lives in LA, and he does it all too. So, you know, it's definitely having that mindset, bro, definitely shows a lot. You know, for me, it's like, you know, if I were to move anywhere else but Vegas, bro, and I only been here going on 2 years, I'm moving out of the US. I'm telling you right now, I'm going straight to, I'm going to England or something, bro, because that's where my family kind of originated from. But other than that, but I feel like Vegas for me is my stopping ground. Not even for me, but like
my kids and you know, my wife, because she loves it. But it's like one thing when I first moved here, I hated the damn heat. But I walked outside and felt like my lungs got stuck.
Yeah.
Like for real. But like back in Iowa, it was a snow.
Yeah.
It snowed at least when I was there like 4 or 5 months out of the year, it felt like.
Yeah.
And it dropped down to like -20. Bro, what? I couldn't do it. Having kids there, there's nothing there, bro. Like there's no opportunities for them. I'm gonna be honest, like it's more of a retirement place back home in Waterloo, Iowa. Like if you're old and retire, but if you're a, you know, middle teenager to, you know, late 30s and you actually want something in life, Iowa ain't it. Waterloo ain't it, dog. But like, where would your next move be?
It would be probably Atlanta. To be honest.
See,
because like with Vegas, I think is more of a set working lifestyle, right? And I like what I said earlier. You know, how it's not the city for like I would say freelancers, like where it's like I want to be able to move. I want you know like move from here to here to here.
Yeah.
Vegas doesn't really allow that because this city's really meant on working that 9 to 5, which is nothing wrong with it. But you know,
not your
kids, thing. You know, do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I think Atlanta, LA, New York, like I've been saying, like those are the cities where once like I was in LA literally at an NBA player's house. Boom, 1 second. Next thing you know, I'm at an artist's house the next second. Like so just having like that type of lifestyle for me and where I'm at in my life is where I would want to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good because you are definitely always traveling too.
Yeah.
Like you gotta be on the go. Like you really gotta. All right, I gotta book a flight to Atlanta the same night and fly out tomorrow, and then maybe gotta shoot in New York the next day. Man, you crazy? No.
Honestly, I hate traveling. Like every time I check into a hotel, I'll be like, "Why am I here right now?"
Yeah.
But I think just really just being able to run it up, you know, because I have like that hustle mindset to where, you know, if I'm tapped in Atlanta where I know there's 500 good local artists, you know, hey, music videos today, 200 each, and 100 of them tap in.
That's bread.
Exactly.
That's
like,
bread.
You know, that's like quick little stuff. So, Vegas, like I said, I don't think that's the right market for it. Especially being out here, it's just the city is a little bit different.
Like people here in Vegas, like when you're around getting drunk, you get along. But really, Vegas locals don't talk to Vegas locals.
Exactly.
Like they really don't. Like going to the grocery store, like they all like are, you know, everybody's there. But like you go to like we don't have like not like a circus because you got circus and stuff like that. But we don't have like no real like carnival or anything like that. You got back home in Iowa, we had like the Iowa State Fair to where people would draw in all over the world. Here, in order for that to happen, you got to have a UFC fight. The Super Bowl, which nobody's about to pay. Well, nah, hold up.
I'm not.
I shouldn't say nobody, but my group ain't about to pay no $5,000 to $10,000 for a 4-hour game.
Exactly. You got the Golden Knights.
You got the Golden Knights. Now I do want to go to a hockey game. I ain't gonna cap.
Cool.
I ain't never been to a hockey game. Like, but for career wise, like you said, like a 9 to 5, you know, for me, like, you know, once I get going more to where I get invited to go on podcasts and kind of just tell my story on a deeper level, which I do plan on doing, just, you know, obviously just taking it slow, but traveling cool. But like in Vegas, like, oh my gosh, bro, like there's a lot of opportunities, definitely. Like what would be your like opinion and your route or any advice that you would give people kind of just starting off with, you know, for like photography and videography? What would your advice be to them?
My advice to them would be, if you're in it for the money, get out. That's rule number 1, I would say. Number 2, if you can't network and believe in yourself, get out of it. Because a lot of my gigs and how I get booked is networking, connecting, being personality. And I also would say really learn the skill. Learn your camera.
For real.
Like, don't get too caught up in what other people are doing. You know, like you pull inspiration from somewhere. But I will take that inspiration and get rid of it.
Right.
You know what to do. You know what you want. Now make it your own way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I like that. I like that, man. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from him. Because I'm telling y'all right now, my motivation to y'all would have been like, get off your ass and go do it. You feel me? Like
that's the other part too. Like if you think you want to start doing it, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
You're not doing anything by sitting down, wasting time, saying I want to do this, I want to do that.
I think a lot of people are scared to fail, bro. Like
it's gonna happen.
Like a lot of people are like, when you numb it down, like a lot of people are really scared to fail to where they're like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, bro, y'all blocking y'all blessings. Now, like, you know, even with COVID, bro, COVID kept people inside for real.
Yeah.
You got everybody and their dang daughter want to be, you know, a barber now or, you know, something along them lines because they feel like it's the easiest route out. Mm-hmm. You know, they want this get rich quick scheme or things like that, you know, but they're really scared to go out there and do what they actually want to do because they're scared to fail.
And I think with failure, especially in this industry, like I tell anybody, I fail every day. Every shoot I fail, you know, because there's no shoot that's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, there's major stuff like you could be missing an SD card, battery die, you know, backup battery. Those are things I've been through, so I know like how to overcome it now.
Yeah. And
even small things like how the shot looks, you know, or I could have this better, I could have that, or I missed this. Like, there's no shoot I've ever been on that's been 100% just perfect.
Right.
So there are failures, but I think how to overcome those failures in the moment, it was really that professional that you want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good, man. Like dude is a youngster for real, and I mean that in a respectful way. Like, dude is a lot younger than me. I'm 27, so dude is 19, busting out. You know, like he said, meeting with NBA stars or you know actors and artists in general, to where it's like, okay, if he had this mindset, like I'm gonna be honest, bro, like. Like, if you're coming from a poverty type area and your mindset is not hungry, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, honestly, like, what are you doing? Like, you should be more, you know, hungrier to go, like, out there and be successful.
Yeah.
Like, coming from someone that was in a different type of a financial category that his parents kind of brought him in, cool, that's not a bad thing. People are sitting here acting it like,
no, people are afraid to admit that. Honestly, to me, it's like you could come from that, but it's what you do.
It's what you do. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. There is some, you know, the families out there that I'm not, you know, obviously super aware of, but I see it with my own eyes sometimes that they, you know, hand feed everything to their kids.
Yeah, my mom didn't allow that.
Exactly. So it's like, why is this generation holding me accountable that both of my parents were in my life?
Yeah.
But then you're going to sit here and say, okay, well, if one wasn't in my life, now I'm being held accountable for that. Like, make your mind up.
Make up your mind.
Like, make your mind up. So I think with this generation and with what you're doing, I think it's bigger than just, you know, picking up a camera and getting paid, because the image that you're creating is actually not behind the camera, is what you're portraying yourself. Yeah. Because it's like, okay, I'm 19 and by the time I'm 22, 23, I'm gonna damn near be a millionaire off of videography and photography because I decided that I don't want to work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Bro, that's different, because I think my goal is to, like, and I have brought it up to him too, I want to go talk to the kids at the schools. I went home, you know, in my home city when I was living there. I was going to talk to my, you know, kids back at my old middle school, Hoover Middle School. I went to go talk to some kids at West High, you know, and it definitely changed a lot. But now that I'm in Vegas, that's going to be my goal, to where I can, you know, go talk to the kids in the schools, because the younger generation not only need help. Like, I'm 27. Yeah. Like, I'm not afraid to sit here and say that a 19-year-old is my role model. I mean, that just means that I got to do something else to keep improving and use that as motivation. I'm not looking at it as like, okay, I got to be better than him, but it's something that he's doing that I'm not doing. That's not necessarily sit here and say, oh, I'm jealous or envy. I'm super, like, excited because I'm sitting next to an image that I kind of want to be like in a way with certain aspects. Y'all too dang corny and stuck up to sit here and admit that. Y'all looking at y'all best friends like competition.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at, okay, who can I bring in my circle and we can go eat together.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not looking at it as competition. That's another thing. This generation is so dang fucking, like, competitive, which I mean is cool, but it's for the wrong reasons. Competitive, like you killing friendships off because you want to be in a negative mindset of competition.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, bro, like, and don't get me wrong, like y'all, for all your friends groups ain't got to have the same, you know, route or the same direction and career path.
Yeah.
But y'all supposed to be okay. If your your best friend over here want to be an esthetician or some shit like that, and you want to be a barber, why not both of y'all go get a loan together and open up a business and bam.
Exactly.
You know, do what y'all need to do. Y'all looking at it as like, okay, well, I gotta be her because she do eyebrows better than me, or I gotta be him because he cut hair better than me, and now we ain't friends no more. Y'all killing off friendships for nothing.
That's crazy because like all my friends who are estheticians and barbers, like I got a homegirl, she's an esthetician. I did music videos, you know what I'm saying? I got models coming in.
Yeah.
I send the models to her.
Yeah.
Like, hey, and I'm about to
networking.
Like, networking. Hey, I got an esthetician. You guys want to get fixed up before this video shoot? Go to her and then pay her the price, whatever she tell y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. My mom, that's dope, dog.
Yeah, the budget called for it. I'll pay her out the budget.
Bro.
Hey, I got 3 girls for you. They gonna come in and boom.
This dude's different. I'm gonna be honest. This dude hustling, because I'm like, in my mindset, I wasn't even thinking that.
Yeah.
I was thinking like you said, like, okay, I'll send them your way, but nah, fuck that. I'm gonna bring you to our set, so that way they ain't gotta travel. I'm gonna get your ass like a little camper or something, and you go do them up right there. Now they right back on the set, so it's a one-stop shop. This dude, my
homie, he's a barber. He cut my hair. So I go into him with that artist I was telling you about earlier. Like, hey, you gonna need a cut?
Yeah.
Pull up to the hotel.
Pull up.
I got the budget.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay you from the budget.
Yeah.
Just pull up, cut him up, cut me up, and then you know what I'm saying?
That dude is smart, bro. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm afraid to say it or anything, but my mindset wasn't like that. Like at his age, my mindset at his age was like, I'm about to go party, smack shorty, leave, smack shorty, go. Like my mindset was really just at the club, like just slanging. I'm gonna be honest, dog. That was my mindset. Like,
I've had that point in my life, but
everybody did.
You know, I was young doing that. I was like 17, 18. Like, you know, that's when I was really, you know, I was young touching bread. I was like, I didn't know what to do with it.
You said touching bread.
I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, okay, well, I'm about to go, I'm about to go party, go do this and that.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, got caught up in a relationship somehow, and now I'm stuck.
Yeah, you stuck, because you locked in, huh?
I'm locked in, bad.
Yeah, how long? Because you know, if you don't mind me putting it out there, but you engaged.
Yeah.
You're engaged at 19.
Yeah.
Bruh, come look, I'm telling you, when he just said it like at 17, bro, I was having my first kid.
Dang.
My oldest is 9.
Dang.
He said, "Dang." He said, "Damn." But my oldest is 9, and I was 17, turning 18, and she was 16.
Yeah,
you know, and it's crazy to this day, bro. I remember the first conversation I had when I was when we kind of figured out that we were about to have a kid. Mm-hmm. The first conversation we had was, "You should put him up for adoption." That was the first conversation that I got hit with, bro. Like, got hit with, you should put him up for adoption. I said, what? But no, and I'm gonna be honest though. Like, at the beginning, and this is another topic that I'm gonna get on too, and I'm gonna speak facts. It's gonna get juicy with it. And bro, with my oldest son, like the first, I would say it was on and off to where I wasn't like 100% the parent that I was supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I think dating a Caucasian girl, even now, because my wife is Caucasian now. She beautiful. Ain't no female touching her. I don't give a damn. But with my first baby mama, it's like dating a Caucasian, they didn't understand the type of lifestyle that I lived, to where it was hard for me to lock in and dial in that I'm a parent, to where I had to be there 100% of the time. Like, don't get me wrong, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do always for my son, because I was still in that party mindset to where I was traveling back and forth between Iowa City, Ames, Chicago, Des Moines, Minnesota. I was traveling. You know, I was still there in the household, but I wasn't there 24/7 like I was supposed to be. I wasn't handling that aspect as a parent fully, to where it had some repercussions for sure. But now it's like, okay, hold up. It's a different route. It's a different ball game now. But I'll talk about that even more, kind of later on in another episode. But like you said, at 17, 18, you had that party lifestyle, bro. I was having a kid. So it's like, man, ain't no way I was slinging.
Kid, like,
that's crazy.
I'm gonna have a kid soon, but it's like I want to make sure I'm set. I don't want to be just traveling out. Like that's why I have the freedom to move how I move. Because she's understanding that.
I was gonna ask, dog, how is she with you going? Like, obviously she trusts you for sure. She has that heart because you're not doing anything stupid, God forbid. But like, you're in that environment to where,
like
it's different.
So obviously it's trust, number one. Number two, my rule is like there's no shoot that I go on that you're not invited to. So if you know I'm about to go do this music video or go do this commercial or whatever, if there's gonna be women there, there's gonna be this there,
you there with me,
or if you don't want to come,
that's on you.
That's on you. You could have came. Like, so don't say you weren't invited. Like, I don't think I'm out here just doing stuff and you don't have the opportunity to be next to me while we're shooting this video.
Right.
So I think just having that open part to where there have been times where I'm like, I'm shooting, you can't come. If I'm traveling, most time, bro, I'll be in the hotel room, like on FaceTime. So I really don't.
You ain't doing much. See, that's so smart, bro. Another thing, I'm gonna put pressure on you a little bit. When your wedding,
man. Ooh.
He said, "Oh, when your wedding, dog." No, never mind. I can't ask that because I didn't even have no wedding yet, and we've been engaged for like 2 years.
Dang. Yeah. I would say, ideally, I would probably aim for either end of this year or early next year.
Yeah. Who gonna do your wedding? Because you very particular in what you want done with videography. I noticed that too. So it's gonna be, dog, Bill Nye the Science Guy gonna have to come here and do your wedding or something.
I got a guy. So that's the other problem. It's like I'm so cool with a lot of good videographers. Where if I invite them to the wedding, they gonna be like, "You want me to shoot? You don't want me to just be here to chill?" So right. But no, I got a guy. His name is Justin. Justin. I think I'm gonna have him do it. Pay him out. Whatever price.
Yeah. Hey, Justin, if you're hearing this, bro, you don't show up. That's your ass, boy. That's on you, dog. I would definitely want that's on you, dog. You got put in the hot seat already. You better clear your calendar right now.
Video, man. You got your mom with a video. So.
That's crazy, dog. No, that's good. That's good. But like that, you bringing her to your set, like bringing her around that environment. Like, I know you trust me, but I'm still gonna put you on. Like, hey, bro, like this is me, this is you. Like, this is what we're doing together. This is an accomplishment for y'all.
And then
that's crazy.
On top of that, she's like my highest paying staff. She get paid the most, so they got everybody. She in my pockets all day, every day. She's
spending money. That's crazy. That's good though that she's supportive. Having somebody support you in what you're doing and not only be willing to stop what they're doing to come with you to get that benefit together. Oh, bro, that's good. And there's not no evil vendetta that's out there with it. It's because y'all actually love each other. And that's amazing because and I don't know their whole backstory other than what they put out there, but Eric Thomas and his wife, they travel a lot, or did at the beginning, to where she was with him all the time. And he bought, Eric Thomas, I listen to his videos all the time, to where he tells, his wife has a illness. I'll just say that. And it's known now, but his wife has an illness, and he pretty much moved across the city, to another city to where it'll benefit her and her illness,
Definitely. And I would do the same if ever came down to that, like I got her the same way she got me. And like, I think without like her being so supportive and on my side, it wouldn't work. Like, it wouldn't work because, and if anything, she pushed me to do more because she's the one doing the behind the scenes. If I need a second angle, hey, take this camera, go get that.
Go. You teaching her like a side off of a side hustle in a way, to where if you need a backup, hey, babe, let's go get this bread together. Bam, go. And y'all, hey, I need another cameraman because this dude didn't show up. Here you go, I got you. Bro, that's back to back. Like, I ain't seen it. That's cold because, you know, and that reminds me of like my mom and dad, like my uncle and uncle. But I say mom and dad because they raised me ever since, you know, I was little. So, and we'll get into that too as well. But my mom and dad, like, they both went to school together. They both, you know, did cooking classes, right, to learn how to cook. She, you know, he's been a barber ever since. I'm 27. I was born in 96. I want to say 95, like up until it was supposed to be last year. His ass was supposed to retire, but his ass don't listen. He didn't retire. You know, he been owning his own shop, you know, barbershop since way before I was born, and she had the, you know, the energy to learn what he was doing too as well. So she cut his hair sometimes. So my mom and dad kind of, that's amazing, bro, that you said that, because that reminded me of them. Because they literally, like, this is funny and this is just random, but I told my dad to make his cheesecake every year, and his ass don't never want to make it. So I'd be like, all right, mom, can you make cheesecake? And she'd be like, no, that's your dad thing. I'm not going to overstep. But then she'll, you know, she'll maybe cook me some cheesecake on the side. I'm 27 and I'm a mama's boy. I don't give a damn. Hey, I'm a mama's boy. Like, I'm telling you, I don't need no round of applause. I don't need no people judging me, because my wife in there, she'll clap for me. I'm telling you, I'm a mama's boy. Like, bro, I'll call my dad and be like, hey, dad, what happened? And I think having that type of energy is what this world needs too. Like, I ain't saying you got to have a, you know, a dad in your life or 2-parent household, but find that role model. Make them like a part of you. Like, don't do it for no evil. So having you and your wife learn the skill of what you started with, and she's learning it. Bro, that's back to back. Like, y'all unstoppable.
Honestly, you know, she was like, we could, like, you know, when we, like, further down in the road, you know, like, she's like, she wants to open up a studio inside our garage. And then she's like, if you out shooting, I'll do photo shoots from the garage. So that's like her goal. Like, she's now learning, like, she wants to even immerse herself more to where she's even getting booked herself. You know what I'm saying? And,
bro, that's amazing. And I'm gonna say this. And when I get something brought to me, because obviously, you know, I follow Jesus Christ, right? So for me, when something get brought up to me, I speak on it because it get presented to me. Like, you remind me. And I ain't never met this person in my life, Tyler Perry. How Tyler Perry opened his whole studio on racist land. He opened his whole studio on racist land that people say he couldn't, you know, do it at first or things like that. Like, I see you doing something like that to where you'll have your home and then a whole studio music set up. Like, you know how Rick Ross put on his whole car shows in his home? Like, you know, the city hated him for that, but he still did it because he owned it. He owned that land. Bro, I see you doing something like that. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
That's crazy, because I'm telling you right now. And that's amazing. That's just amazing to me, bro, because like having your shorty, like your wife or your best friend right next to you like that, doing the exact same thing that draws your interest, and it may not necessarily draw hers. But she's doing it anyway. Oh man, you gotta keep her, bro. You damn sure getting married by the end of this year. You getting married for sure.
You
But
know what's crazy is that she didn't want me at first.
For real?
Well, like,
hold on.
Perspective, like, so I'm just gonna put it out there. The way we met, bro, was on Tinder.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was in that phase of my life, you know. So you know, the first time we start talking, I'm not gonna lie, I was just trying to
do what you
quick,
do,
you know. So, but she wasn't really having that, so she didn't give me no time of day. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Now, mind you, like, I think like a month goes by, I get a text. She's like, I want you, let's take it serious. And I'm jumping in this weird phase of my life where I'm like, I don't really want to.
Like, I don't want your ass, get away from me.
Because now I don't want you. Because you didn't want me first. So, you know. But I was like, all right, let's see. If you're for real, I'm for real. And then, not gonna lie, for like the first 3 to 5 weeks, I was like, I don't think she for real. Like, because she went to school in Utah at the time. And you in college. I didn't know if I could trust a college person.
Nah, you dang sure can't.
That's what I was saying, bro.
You can't, dog.
You in college, and I'm in. I was living in a content house with a couple guys. We had parties, everything, every night. So they throwing parties downstairs. I'm in the room on FaceTime, bro. I wanted to cry, like, man, I don't know if it's gonna work.
Well, heart broke, no?
Yeah, because I don't believe in cheating or like that. For real. And I was like, I don't want to start something with somebody and just start off on some BS. You know what I'm saying? So I think just really sticking it in and just trying to see and seeing how it all played out. Now I'm happy I did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's crazy, man. I'm telling you, that's like I have a similar kind of experience because my wife now, and when I say wife, we're actually engaged. But once you sleep with somebody, you're married through the blood of Christ. So I say my wife. On paper, we ain't married yet. But my pastor would always she would kind of beat me up every time that I say, my girl. She'd be like, yo, who? I'd be like, my girl. She'd be like, no, your wife. But anyway, how me and her met, bro, she actually dated one of my friends. Well, okay, wait, hold on. Before I say this, she was somebody that one of my friends was messing with. I never met her though, but I always heard her name. I didn't never seen her face to face. So one day I go up to him and I'm putting it out there. Ain't nobody gonna sit here and say nothing to me. So y'all already know the deal. Stop it. But one day I go up to him. So we're over here hooping. We're playing basketball every other weekend at this place called the Mills. It's like this College Hill apartment living type environment. But how I met her. He was always sitting here saying like, okay, I'm about to go hang with Sadie. I'm about to go do this. I'm like, okay, like I ain't never seen her, but he would say that because we would have different shorties in our, in our environment every day, every week. So I never seen her. So one day we're at the club going out on a weekend and I guess she's there. So our group always hung out together. Yeah. And I was like, bro, who is that over there? He goes, that's Sadie. I was like, who the hell is Sadie? And he goes, that's Sadie. And so, mind you, she was in this mindset of that they were dating. Yeah. He wasn't. So I was like, oh, that's Sadie? He goes, yeah. So I guess in this whole realm, they had somehow stopped talking for whatever reason. And I didn't know. So us going out and me saying who Sadie was maybe like 4 or 5 months apart from him saying, oh, I'm about to go hang with Sadie or something. So it was a time span. So I see her. I was like, who is that? He goes, that's Sadie. I was like, oh, all right, cool. Yeah. So I go up to the bar. I get a drink. He wasn't talking to her the whole night anyway. He didn't say nothing to her. They had some type of beef or animosity. I don't know for what reason. So, we kind of just go about just our whole night. Yeah. So the following day comes again to where we're going out because we went out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So the next day come, I was like, hey, bro, do you mind that I go up and talk to her? On some respectful shit. I walked literally because we go out together every night. I was like, do you mind if I go talk to her? He goes, oh yeah, go ahead, go talk to her. I talked to her, chop it up with her. I saw her and instantly I knew I had to make her mine. Like I knew, I was like, bruh, you ever heard that? And this is, I'm gonna get hate. No, I ain't even gonna get hate for this, but they always say your first baby mama trash. I'm not being petty. I'm not being, childish or anything, but they always say your first one is hit. Yep. And so I saw Sadie, and I'm like, bro, she beautiful, gorgeous, bro. Like, and I was a person that was really out there dogging at a young age. So for me to say that was a huge compliment because my first mindset wasn't just to hit. It was to, okay, I got to make you mine. Yeah. But the first thing I did when I saw her again in this is the second day of me ever seeing her. Okay. I was like, okay, I got to make you mine. So I walked up to him. I was like, hey, bro, do you mind if I talk to Sadie? He was like, yeah, go ahead. So I chopped it up with her, got her number. I ignored her for like a week though. I ignored her for like a week. And, we just end up chopping it up, hitting it up together, go out. I took her out on our first date. And after that, it's home going though, bro. Like it's just crazy. But yeah, you definitely getting married by the end of this year, my boy. Like I'll come to your wedding, bro. Send me an invite. I got you. I definitely, that's crazy, bro. Cause you getting married at like 19, 20. I'm 27. I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna be 30 by the time I get married. Like, nah, that's amazing, man. But yeah, before we go, I do want to just, give y'all some motivation, bro. Like, if the dude sitting next to me is not motivation as in to push you to do more in life, to do more and succeed, I don't know what is. You looking at a young entrepreneur that started off with just picking up a camera and now being a wealthy individual at a young age. Like, look at yourself and say, what am I doing? Not saying who do you need to be like, but what are you doing to where you're not where you're supposed to be at in life, or, financially? What are you not doing versus what you're doing? You got to reroute your mindset. As Eric Thomas would say, man, you got to change your poverty mindset, because he's 19, which means she's been doing it way before 19, because you got to build a whole catalog, right? Yeah. Now, like he said, he's going to NBA houses, rappers, all this for photography and videography, type ordeal. And he's going to be, financially set to where he can sit here and say, okay, I'm taking care of mine. Yeah. So if y'all need motivation, man, again, go to this dude. If you in Vegas, you need a videographer, hit him up. But again, please don't waste this dude time, because again, hey, do it. Just stop responding for real, because he got
honestly, anybody who I have not responded to, I always want to say I am sorry. Like, you probably were standing on business at the time. I'm sorry. Like, I could feel it out, and I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, even though I'm not gonna lie, bro. Before we go, even with you, that first week I was like, huh. All right. Yeah. There's something about it. I was like, all right, it's cool. Yeah. I just don't be showing up anywhere, everywhere, So for me, it's really about the vibe, and just the business. Yeah. I think one day I was at the house, and my girl, matter of fact, you gotta thank her for even the podcast getting started, because she was like, I thought you had a podcast right now. I was like, no, but I got to go to. She's like, what about the podcast? Yeah. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go do this, and I'm gonna do him like tomorrow or something. Yeah. She's like, you don't want money? I was like, oh, I mean, all right, for sure.
Yeah, like forget it. Like, let's do it. Yeah.
But ultimately, she's just like, you don't want to, you just don't want to do a podcast. Like, you don't want to. And I was like, I do, but and she would just go. So.
That's crazy. Hey, thank you. Yeah, because and I'm gonna be honest, when I first messaged him, bro, I just told him this before we even started filming. I found a video on TikTok. I was on TikTok scrolling. I was like, all right, man, let me start my podcast. I got everything that I think I need. Yeah. So I went on TikTok and I typed in videographers Las Vegas, and I was scrolling. I saw some randos that did not look pleasing. Mind you, I'm in my house. So I'm like, okay, who can I trust to bring in my crib? My kids sleep here, my wife in there. Who can I trust? So I was like, I just kept scrolling. I saw some of his work, and I was like, oh, bro, let me message him. So I followed him on IG, and I forgot to message him that day. And then I messaged him one day. I was like, hey, bro, you do videographer stuff, and you were. I was like, no, you're in Vegas. Yeah. And he was like, yeah. I was like, oh, bet. Call me real quick. He called me that same, within a minute. Yeah. So I was like, hey, bro, let's set something up. So then we set it up, and now we here, bro. So if y'all did not know, this is actually my videographer, dog. It's more than that, though. It's not for my thing is, it's not just business, too. Like, this is a young entrepreneur that I can really, take advice from. And I mean that with an open heart. This 19-year-old is somebody that I'm looking up to in aspects to where I'm like, okay, I'm doing something wrong. So it's like, bro, that's amazing. But yeah, man, bro,
you got the life, bro. Yeah, you got the life, kids at the home, chill. That's what that's what I want to get to. Just that comfort and peace of my life, where I'm like, I come home, do what I do at a certain time, and really, just be with my family. That's what I'm about, for real.
Bro, it's crazy, because my youngest son, Travarius, when you was first here after you left, he's like, Dad, where your friend go? I was like, he gone. He goes, he coming back, right? I was like, yeah. He was like, okay. And he was like, can I do a video with you? I was like, maybe. What you gonna talk about? He goes, I don't know, Blippy. I'm like, bro, it's just the type of influence that you don't even know that you bring on to other people, bro, is definitely amazing. So keep it up. But, one last thing before we go, what's your last message to anybody out there? What would be the last thing that you say that you want people to hear?
Last thing for people to hear, Oh man, that's tough. Honestly, I would say it doesn't matter where you come from or what happened in your life. And I know everybody has going through something, some more than others, but it's a matter. It's what matters is like how you overcome it. You know what I'm saying, and how you can elevate your life from there. Because the past is the past, and the future is still yet to come. So that's my key advice for everybody.
Hey, dog, y'all heard it. I'm telling y'all that you couldn't put it no more, crisp than that. Like, everybody has a story. Everybody has a past. I don't care about where you was at. I care about where you're going and how you plan on get there.
Yes, sir.
But again, I do want to say thank y'all for stopping in, watching the video. Thank you for doing the podcast, dog. Because this was definitely almost unexpected.
Yeah.
I hit him up the same like today. The filmman was like, "Hey, bro, you should let me like kind of interview you." And he was like, "For sure." I'm like, "All right, bet." So I do want to say thank you for that. But make sure y'all like, comment, follow, subscribe. Go follow him on all platforms. Definitely, because he got some heat. His work is crazy. His work is definitely outstanding to where the competition I see, I'm like, bruh, this is crazy. Dude at 19 doing this, ain't no way. Y'all need something done, a wedding or some type of videography work, photography, hit him up. But again, be cautious, don't waste time, because this dude is not one to sit here and be like, hey, yeah, I'll do it. Then you flake. No, don't do that. Y'all crazy. But y'all need some work done. Go hit them up. Go follow them. Do y'all thing. But again, thank you for tuning in with to the Off Limits podcast.